good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. I'm Nora and I'm here with Brody, and we're going to be demonstrating for you Brody's formal obedience commands, which you're going to be using in your everyday living situations with him. Now the first thing I want to demonstrate is the training equipment that we're using. We're using a 6-foot web training leash, and I'm going to keep the bulk of that leash folded in my right hand. And that leaves my left hand free to give the little corrections. And the only corrections that we give here at school are a little tug and let go on his training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. And if you notice, Brody is on my left, and that's where we do all of our obedience training, even if we're right-handed, because people say that to me. But I'm right-handed. Well, I am too, but we do obedience on the left. Now the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and one thing that I have learned about Brody is that he's a very nervous dog. So if you get irritable or angry or loud with him, you lose him completely. So I try to keep everything pretty low key. We're going to start off with the heel command. The command is Brody, heel. His job at this point is to stay even with my left leg. I'm not forging ahead or lagging behind, but matching pace with me. Nice pretty sit. And each time I stop my feet, he should sit automatically to wait for his next command. Brody, heel. So when you're walking down the street and you stop to cross traffic or stop to talk to a neighbor, come on buddy. He should be sitting nicely at your left and waiting for his next command. Brody, heel. So this makes walking your dog a pleasure, and you're not being dragged. Good boy. What a good puppy. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command. The stay is a stationary exercise, so it's a one-word command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm and the one-word command, stay. The long sit stay, when you're practicing at home, you're going to start out at about 30 seconds, work up to a minute, and then work up to 3 minutes. No, sit. Stay. Now he broke his stay, so I corrected him by saying no and just placing him back into a sit. When I returned to him, I walked all the way around him as an additional distraction and returned right back around to heel position, and then he gets praised for a good job. Brody, heel. Come on, Bubba. Good boy. Good boy. Lots of praise with Brody and motivation. Brody, sit. No, sit. Stay. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the recall, or the come on command. I feel like this is a really important command, so I do use a treat for this one. Brody, come. He should come right in front of me and sit facing my knees. Good boy. And he gets a reward for doing that one properly, because coming to you should always be a positive experience. We're going to demonstrate that again. Brody, heel. Come on, pay attention. Good boy. Stay. You always have to tell him what you're going to do next. Brody, come. Good boy. Now this time I'm just going to praise him for coming. Good boy. No food that time. Brody, heel, and he always goes back around right where we started from. Sit. Good boy. Heel. Now the next commands that we're going to set up for are your down commands. And there are two. There's down from a heel and down from a distance. Sit. No, sit. No, sit. Brody, sit. With your dog seated at your left, take your left open palm, straight down toward the ground, down, stay, and leave that alone, stay. Now the long down stay when you're practicing at home, and practice these exercises right in your apartment. You're going to start out at about 1 minute and work up to 5. I'm going to return back to him exactly as I did on the sit stay, back to heel. At this point, he expects to get another command. Brody, heel. We're going to demonstrate that again for you. Set. No, set. Down. Stay. And you saw that little correction that I gave, a little tug on that training collar. And you can mix up your exercises and have fun with them. Brody, come. Brody, come. Good set. Where's that sit? Good boy. Good boy. Brody, heel. Now the very last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is your down from a distance. This is a little bit harder exercise. Sit. No. Sit. No. Brody. Sit. It's a little bit harder exercise because you're not right next to the dog. Sit. So I'm going to leave him in a sit stay. I'm going to walk away from my dog. I'm going to use my right hand to give the command. Down. No, down. Stay. That's a neighbor's dog barking, not one of ours. And in spite of that, he's listening pretty well. Brody, come. Good boy. Sit. Now we've demonstrated for you Brody's heel, his automatic sit, his stay, his down from a distance, and his come. These exercises are really important for you guys to practice both indoors and outdoors to keep him under control, feeling secure because he needs a leader. He's an insecure dog, and that's one of the reasons why you get all the barking. He needs you to take the pack leadership role, practice these commands with him, use them in your everyday living situations. We think his haircut's adorable. We've enjoyed having him, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.